Let me invite you to put an intention for this practice today. And as you're lying on the floor, just tense everything. Your arms, your legs, flexing your feet, making fists with your hands, and then release. Inhale and tense, 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 tense. You can hold your breath. Maybe bring your arms and legs 1 inch from the floor. And then release. Good. And bring your right knee over your hips. And make circles with your right knee in one direction and change direction. Now bring your right foot towards the sky, bringing your hands just behind your knee and make circles with your right foot in one direction and in the other direction. Keep the knee to the side of your ribs, so press it in. And then try to straighten the leg. You won't make it completely straight, but try to straighten the knee and have the left leg tense so that the hip flexor is also working in there. Lovely. Now bring the right ankle over the left knee and rock yourself side to side. Bringing the knee towards your chest. I mean, not the knee, but the shin, really. So we are in the needle and thread, or number 4 shape. And release, shake both legs. Full body stretch. And we're going to go the other way. So bring the left knee up and make circles with your right leg, left leg, sorry, in one direction and on the other direction. Good. And now bring the foot towards the sky and make circles with your foot, just articulating your knee. And keeping the thigh close to your chest, try to straighten your knee and bend, keeping your right leg nice and strong. Good. And now bring both legs up towards the sky. You can hold onto your ankles or to your big toes, or maybe you put a belt over the balls of your feet. And keep the legs straight. You can hold from wherever you can reach. Maybe bring your head and shoulders up, bringing your legs towards your head. And release down. Feet onto the floor, rest your knees against each other. And now make big circles with your right arm, just warming up this right ball and socket joints. Change the direction. And have the hands coming up towards the sky. Make circles in one direction and in the other. And release down and change to the other side. So the left arm, please, if there is any injury, just go mindfully and move where you can. And then the wrist, having the hand up as if you were doing your flamenco hands. Lovely. And full body stretch, flexing the feet, stretching the arms, point the toes, keep stretching. And release. Bring your hands underneath your knees and bring your nose towards your knees and rock backwards and forwards. Rock backwards and forwards, massaging the whole of your spine Take your time, there is no rush. And we're going to come into standing. So rock again and come up into standing. Good, fabulous. Let me open the windows, curtains. That's it. Better light that way. Lovely. And we're going to stand with the feet hip distance apart. We're going to start with a bit of a mandala warm-up, which means that we're going to go around the mat. So it's not going to be too tasking. We're just going to go around and around and back to center. That's all. So with your feet hip distance apart, have your outer edges of the feet parallel to the short end, the long end of the mat. Inhale, bring your arms up, stretching up. Exhale, soften your knees and melt towards the floor. Inhale, straighten your legs, but not overextending. Bring it all the way up. Inhale, exhale, soften down. Push the feet onto the floor. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, pushing down towards the floor. Stay on your forward fold. Shake your head, not your head. Now, hands onto your shins or onto the floor and flatten your back, extending your spine and your neck. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your hands in front of you as if you were saying, stop. Good. From here, let the hands face each other and bring their arms by the sides of your hips. Lift your toes, lift your toes. Inhale, say stop again, but see if you can bring your heels off the floor. Exhale, lift your toes. Belly's in. Inhale, lift your heels, hands forwards. Exhale, lift your toes, hands back. Inhale, lift your heels, hands forwards. Exhale, bring your hands towards your heart, still on your tiptoes. And coming to standing on your tiptoes and open up into your goddess pose. And with the flowers behind me, it's like if I'm sitting in a cactus. That's it. Good. Goddess pose, hands extended. Inhale. Expand onto your Tadasana star pose. Exhale. Bring your hands in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring it up. Exhale. We're warming up. Inhale. Up. Exhale, back into your goddess pose. Good. And you can sway your knees, your hips side to side. So using your legs. Now bring your hands onto your thighs and bring opposite shoulder to knee. Good. Now, bring your hands towards your heart. We're going to go towards the back of the mat. Coming to your chair pose and lifting your heels. We know what we're doing now. And bring the hands behind, lift your toes. Inhale, stop with your hands and lift your heels. Exhale, lift your toes. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Hands towards your heart. Come into standing on your toes and the balls of your feet. And lift your right leg. Goddess pose. So it's exactly the same as before. Inhale, expand, exhale. Gather from the earth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, one more. Inhale. Exhale, goddess pose. Strong. And start moving a little bit side to side. Bring your hands onto your knees and opposite shoulder to knee. Stretching sides of the spine. And come back to center, hands towards your heart. We're going to go towards the front and end on your stop. And come up. Shake your legs. Good. So we're warming up the calf muscles and the thighs quite a lot, having a bit of a twist. We're going to do the same, starting with the left leg. Feet hip distance apart. Engage your lower abdomen, your thighs, lower back. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, shake your head. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your hands forwards. Coming into this Utthita Hasta. And we are going straight into bringing the heels up. Exhale, lift the toes, hands by the sides of your hips. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lift the toes. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lift the toes. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, hands towards your heart. Come up onto your balls of the feet. Release, bring your left leg out and come into your goddess pose. Inhale, exhale, gather. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And go side to side, side to side. Hands onto your knees and opposite shoulder to knee. Back to center and chair pose to the other side, to the back of the mat. Lift your heels. Stop for one moment, come into standing. If you find that this is very tough for you, you can try it with your knees together and feet together. When the legs are together, you might find that you have a little bit more balance and the legs support each other. These I would recommend, especially if you have any knees injuries or weakness at the knees. Here we go. Feet hip distance all together. Inhale, come into your chair pose. Hands in front of you. The wrists are flexed, fingers pointing up. Exhale, lift the toes, hands by the side. Push your shoulders back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hands in, come into standing on your toes. Release, left leg comes up. Goddess pose, very good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Come into your goddess pose and sway side to side. Very good. And hands into your knees and reach opposite shoulder to knee. And bring yourselves back into goddess pose and come back into your chair pose and release. Good. Shake your legs. So hopefully you can feel your legs working, your inner thighs expanding a little bit, and your arms working as well. So bring your hands towards your heart. This time have your feet together, ankles together, feet together. Inhale, come onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend both knees and bring your left elbow onto your right knee. Push elbow against elbow and twist. If this is too hard, release your heels onto the floor. Inhale, bring yourselves back to center. Your legs together will be easier to control. And bring your right elbow onto your left knee. Push hand against hand. Good. Fingertips onto the floor. Your thumb is on the floor and your fingertips are on the floor. Inhale. Straighten both legs. Exhale, release. We are still on the balls of the feet. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more. Straighten. Bend. Release the heels. And bring your right leg back. Lovely. The right hand will come onto the floor. Right foot turns. And twist towards your left. Release the hands onto the floor and bring the left leg on top of the right. Then bring your left hand up towards the sky. Hands onto the floor, chest over your wrists. Lower down into chaturanga. Release your legs onto the floor. Hands are either side of your chest. Now, lift your right leg, turn it in a little bit, pull away and place it down. Lift the left leg, turn the knee in, pull it away and release down. Have your forehead onto the floor. Your hands can be a little bit away from your chest. Push your index finger, middle finger and thumb onto the floor. Ground your legs. Stretch them again if they need to. Feel your pelvic floor pulling in and up and your pubic bone pressing against the floor. Engage your abdomen. And now come into baby cobra. No hands for now. You can lift your hands if you want to check that you're doing it right. So the legs are engaged. The hips are pulling down. One more breath here. Push your shoulders back and down, elbows towards each other a little bit more. And come up further. That's it. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under. And come into your downward facing dog. Heels towards the floor. Good. Inhale, bring your left leg up and bring your left foot between your hands. Release the back heel onto the floor, left hand in front of your left foot, side stretch. The arm can be up towards the sky or overhead, you choose it. Lovely. Release. Come into your low lunge. Release the right knee onto the ground. Bring the hands onto your thigh. And push your hip forwards. Opening your chest, releasing your shoulders. Yeah. Lovely. Release your fingertips by the sides of your left foot. Lift your back knee and bring the back foot forwards. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, fall forwards. And we're going to do it on the other side. Left leg comes back. Open your chest, lower your hip. Left hand comes onto the floor and your left foot turns inwards. Twist towards your left. Keep your hip strong. Shital, if this is not available, then knee on the floor. You can do it like that. Now, bring your right hand onto the floor. and help your right leg to come on top of your left. Side plank, Vashisthasana. And coming back to center. Come over your wrists and release down. Again, lift your legs, turn it in, push it away. And lift, turn, and push. Anchor in the bottom of your legs. So my legs are not relaxed, they are engaged. Hands are either side of my chest, shoulders back and down, forehead onto the floor. Check again that your legs are firmly on the floor, your belly is engaged, shoulders back and down, and come up into Cobra. You can check that you don't need your hands yet. Inhale deeply, exhale fully, and come a little bit deeper. And release, tuck your toes under, and push yourselves up into your downward facing dog. Good, breathe. Right leg up and bring your right foot between your hands. Release the back knee. Push your hip forwards. Bring the hands onto your hip, onto your knee, and open up. Breathe. And exhale, release. Fingertips by the side. Bring the back foot forwards. Flat back. Exhale, fall forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Good. Shake your arms, shake your legs. And we're going to see if we can put it all together. Please drink water if you need it. And work with what's available to you. Don't go too far. Inhale, exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, bring your arms around and up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, bend your knees, lift your heels and bring your hands forwards in this stop. Release your heels, hands behind your back, behind your buttocks. Lift your toes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It's 4 in total. Inhale. Exhale. And stay on the balls of your feet. Bring your hands towards your heart. And bring your left elbow to your right knee. Twist. Back to center. Right elbow to left knee. Twist. Back to center. Fingertips by the sides of your feet. Bring your right leg back. And turn into your side. Twist. And see if you can bring your top leg on top. And come into plank, lower down, anchor down, cobra. Exhale, release, tuck your toes, down dog. Shake your head. And bring your right leg up. Right foot between your hands. Lower the back knee. Open the chest. Maybe the hand onto the knee. Maybe hands up. Or maybe stay with your hands by the sides of your foot. Especially if you have shoulder injuries, just stay with your chest down. And lift the back knee. Bring the back foot forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, full forwards. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, arms around and up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flatten your back.
Exhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, hands forwards. So release down, lift your toes, hands back for 1. And hands forwards, heels up, release, toes up for 2. And come forwards, and then bring it back for 3. Last one, 4. Bring it forward, stay on your tiptoes. This time, right elbow, left knee, twist. Back to center, left elbow, right knee, twist. Good, back to center. Hands by the side. Release your heels onto the floor and bring your left leg back. Left hand onto the floor. Side twist, side plank. And if you can, bring the leg on top. That's it. Right leg on top of the left. And come into full plank. Roll and release down. Stretch your legs back. Engage your belly. Shoulders back and down. Cobra. Exhale, release down. Tuck your toes. Push up, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. And bring the left foot between your hands. Open your chest. Take the choice that is best. Either hands onto your knee or arms up, or hands by the sides of the foot. All of these options are valid. Lift the back heel. Bring your feet forwards, flat back. Exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale. Release. Good. Shake your arms, shake your legs. Have you got a belt? Have it nearby. We're going to come onto the floor and use the belt in a moment. I know we're coming to warmer weather, but I still needed my fire on. Now it's nice and pleasant. Good. Actually, we're going to use the belt straight away. Bring your belt to the ball of your right foot. And both sides of the belt will be on your right hand. Bring your left hand onto your hip. And then let your right leg sway a little bit side to side. So we're just being used to standing on the left leg and moving the leg around as if your leg was a puppet. Good. And bring your right leg forwards. Have the leg parallel to the floor, the heel pointing towards the screen, the camera. And then bring the leg to the side. Yes. Let the belt be as long as you need to have your knees straight. So if your knee's bending, you might need a little bit more. Now change sides. Bring the leg across. That's it. Good. Quite a bit of balance today in this class. And release. Shake. Bring the belt onto the other side. If you don't have a belt, you can't do it without it. So you let it go and then bring it up and to the side and across. Obviously the belt allows your arms to become longer. So let's just use the belt to let the leg go all the way around, and then bring it up. That's it. Trying to have your leg as straight as you can. And bring it to the side. And smile. You can have the other arm to the side just to give you more balance. And change the whole of the belt. Bring it to the other side, across your body. If you need to hold for a wall or from a wall or something, you can do that. And release, shake. Well done. So you are thinking, why do I have to become a can-can gal here? Let me show you something that you can use to practice, which is a wall. So sometimes if the problem is balance, holding with a belt might not be that easy. You can bring the leg onto a wall and then straighten up and bring your arms up. You can also bring it onto a sofa, side of a sofa or a bed. Let's just try it out. Do you want to try it out? Get a support. Any wall, sofa. You can even put your foot. Yes, that's it. You see, Nikki? Your leg goes a lot higher that way. So bring one leg onto the wall and bring the arms up. Just feel the other foot firmly on the floor. And if you want to try the twist, you can bring opposite hand to calf muscle or knee or even thigh and reach across. And bring yourselves back to center. Release the leg. If you wanted to try this sideways one, you'll have to bring the hip facing forwards and the foot will be either sideways, like if you were doing a karate chop, karate kick, not karate kid, and the other foot is at the same level as your hip. So if you had the belt there, you will be holding with your leg to the side. That's it. If you're placing it over the bed or something like that, it's fine. It's just to find the opening and the balance. Good. Bend and let go. Let's try the other side. So hopefully the hips are warm enough. If you have a bookcase, that is most convenient. It's too easy. Bring the foot onto the wall to start with. Your hips are facing the wall or the sofa or the chair or the bed, wherever you are. Bring your arms up and breathe. Now bring opposite hand to calf muscle or thigh. Remember not to push into your knee. And twist, looking towards your thumb. Good. And back to center. So this is very, very important. On these two, the hips and the feet are on the same direction. When we do the side one, if we are stopping the leg on a wall, we need to have the hips facing forwards and the foot facing sideways so that the hips don't get into a very awkward position. Once we're there, you can hold onto the leg and bring the arm to the side or bring the arm up. And maybe the hand onto the hip. If you have your leg too high, you might get cramp onto your hip. So you can have the leg further down. Don't force yourselves into anything that is not right for you right now. Just feel your way around it. And release. Release your legs. Good. We're going to do a vinyasa and come into seating. So if you have injuries, Sheetal, I'm talking to you. She's coming to seating. If you don't have an injury, then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Jump back and down. Up dog. Down dog. Look towards your hands and jump into seating. Good. Take your belt again. And bring your belt on to the balls of the feet. It's very much a legs-oriented class today. But we work the other parts as well. So now the legs will be your anchor. And you're going to sit really strong and high. Your arms are stretched. So you can walk your hands closer to your feet to the point where your back can be straight, your arms are straight, and there is tension between your belt and your hands. Inhale, engage your buttocks, your pelvic floor, your lower abdomen. Everything, your legs are engaged, and exhale, bend your elbows, pulling yourselves forwards with your back straight. So your back is not arching, you're flexing from your hips. Inhale, tense your legs, engage your buttocks, pelvic floor in and up, belly in, lower abdomen in. See if you can pull a little bit further forwards and breathe. Your thighs are engaged, your buttocks are working, your abs are going in. One more. And exhale, release. Shake your hands, bend your knees and let your legs sway side to side. Hopefully you could feel all of that. It's more of an internal pulling up and in. So now we're going to do the more satisfying one, which is where we can arch over the legs and bring the hands to the feet. If you still need to use a belt, then you can use a belt. So unlike the restorative classes, we are working hard in here. So I'm not just relaxing, but I am, whether it's with the belt or with the hands, I am bringing myself actively down towards the legs. So my arms are working, my elbows are bent. You can hold from the ankles, from the feet, from the big toes, and have your pelvic floor in and up, and push upwards and forwards. And see if you can come a little bit further down. Breathe. Engage your legs, push your legs down, pelvic floor in and up. Inhale, exhale, reach your chin further forwards. Keep breathing, your arms are working, your back is working. One more breath. And exhale, release. Bring your arms by the sides of your chest, parallel to the floor, and bring yourselves almost to the ground and bring it up. So for those of you that don't have too much flexibility on the lower back, if you want, you can have your feet onto the floor, and you can even use your abs coming like this with the back straight. If you can, if you have flexibility, let your lower back come towards the floor. Inhale, bring it up. Open your chest. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down, down, down.
Stay there and breathe. Stay and breathe. Look towards your feet. Feel your legs anchoring you down. Thighs are strong. Come a little bit lower and breathe. And then lift your feet and your hands come by the sides of your thighs. This is dish pose. Keep breathing. Buttocks are engaged. If you can, bring your arms overhead. Keep breathing and release. Hug your knees. Rock side to side. And make big circles with your knees in outwardly and inwardly. Good. Now hug both knees and bring your forearms over your knees. Then keep hugging both knees with your right forearm and bring both knees to your right hand side. You can let go of your shins, bring your right hand just over your hip. You might find that your left arm is not quite touching the floor. That's fine. You can bring it overhead or to the side. Feel the sides of your ribs expanding. Now, can you straighten your leg and bring the left foot to your right hand. Release. Both knees come back to center. Hug your knees and bring your nose between your knees. Breathe. And we're going to go to the other side. If you need to move around, move around. So the left forearm is wrapping around the shins, trying to keep the knees as close as they can to your chest. Then you let go of your shins and bring your left hand over your thigh. Bring your right hand to the side and just find that point where you can expand the chest. Inhale and exhale. And you can straighten the top leg if you have room. Breathe. And release. Bring yourselves back to center. Happy baby. Hold onto the insides of your feet and rock side to side. Now bring the soles of the feet together. Bring your hands through your legs and bring your feet towards the crown of your head. And you can feel your kidneys being massaged. Release. Release your hands by the sides of your hips. Have your knees resting against each other, feet flat on the floor. Inhale and exhale. We're nearly there, nearly there. Bring the feet close to your hips. If you want, you can bring the hands to your ankles so that your feet are as close to your hips as they can. Hands by the sides of your hips. Push your hands onto the floor, your arms onto the floor, and bring your hips up. Keeping your knees pointing forwards. Have your hips reaching upwards. Your glutes get engaged. Your thighs get engaged. Help it if you need to with your hands. And exhale, release down. Take a moment. We're going to do this twice more. Inhale. feet are pushing down to the floor, their arms are also holding you. And bring your hips up. Exhale, release down. Good. Now, the next one that we come up, we're going to bend the elbows and have the hands by the sides of the hips. If the arch of your back is high enough, you can bring the thumbs underneath your hip or underneath your waist and help your arch to come up. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just rock yourselves up into sitting and I'll show you. So we're going to bring the hips as high as we can. We can come up to the balls of the feet and then rock side to side to bring your hands underneath your hips. From here, we're going to do it again. If you're watching, don't worry. And if you're doing it with me, you can come down and watch. From here, we're going to kick up into our shoulder stand. And we're going to stay there for 10 breaths. Then come into halasana for 5 breaths. And then we're going to roll down really slowly to come into fish pose. So here we go. If from halasana you want to go back into bridge, so if from here, from plow pose, you want to come back into bridge, you can. Yolanda, I know that you like your chakrasana. You can bring your hands by the side and come up into your full bridge pose. But if you haven't done that before, just from shoulder stand, halasana, and come down. Okay? Don't try to talk like I have done once you're doing it, because it is tough. Good. So, arms by the sides, lift your hips as high as you can. So we're going to try and bring the hands, the thumbs underneath your hips. That's it. You can come onto the balls of your feet to have more of an arch. Thumbs are towards the middle of the back. Now, bring your elbows in a little bit more and see if you can kick yourselves up into shoulder stand. Yes. Go, go, go. You're nearly there. You didn't have faith, Violeta. Yeah, well done, Al. Well done, Hira. Yes, Sheetal, very good, Laura, very good. Lovely, 10 breaths in shoulder stand. If you haven't gotten to shoulder stand from kicking up from your Setu Bandhasana bridge pose, just release down and rock up into shoulder stand. And if this is too much, you just put the legs up the wall and rest in there. From your shoulder stand or up the bed as well, it can be the legs. From your shoulder stand, when you've done 10 breaths, you bring your legs overhead into halasana. Whenever you need to rearrange yourselves in the mat, please make sure that you do it gently. Hey, well done, Violeta, yes. From halasana, after 5 breaths, you're going to either bring your hands back onto your lower back and release down onto your bridge. So from plow, you can release one leg and then the other. And from there, you can come into shoulder bridge, into full chakrasana. Or just release down. And everybody should be down by now. Bring your hands underneath your buttocks. open your chest, bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Fish posture. And look towards your toes. Release your hands. Hug your knees. Take any movements that you may need. And then come into your Shavasana, corpse pose. Just letting everything release and relax now. You're going to have a bolster underneath your knees. And breathe deeply. Let the flow of the breath go all the way from the crown of the head all the way towards the tips of the toes. Inhale in, exhale in. We're coming towards the end of this class. Check if you can release at least 10% more. And because you're at home, if you can afford the time and you have the space, try to stay in your Shavasana for a bit longer. Shavasana is the time for us to rest and digest. So let this time be right for you. I'm going to close with 3 Oms and Shantis. If you wanted to do the 3 Oms and Shantis with me, you can have a little stretch and come up into sitting. But staying down and just listening and or chanting from where you are is sufficient. Inhale to begin, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together. Grab your palms. And bring your palms over your face. Inhale. Slide your hands to your chest. Namaste. Well done.